Warning! Explicit nudity!
Eric and Andrew presents Andrew's Nerd Depository. Alright, now to my Fox 3D movies. Starting out with The Martian. Good movie. Freaking awesome movie. It's not the type of movie that you would think would be really funny and have a lot of humor, and somehow they snuck in 3 F words in a PG-13 movie. Good movie. It's got a happy ending. It's not some freaky, sad space movie. Really good. I have the Wolverine in 3D. Not my favorite Wolverine movie. Logan would probably take that honor. And I kind of like the first Wolverine movie better than this one, but it was 3D and it came with a cool case, so I bought it. Just throwing money at them. I have the Force Awakens in 3D. Really like this movie. I'd say I like it better than some of the older Star Wars movies. I know I'm going to get crucified for saying that, but I don't know. It just looked really cool. The Millennium Falcon brushing the sand dunes and stuff. The end sequence was freaking awesome. The X-Wings. I love this movie. Good movie. I have the Steelbook Best Buy Rogue One 3D movie. I'm a sucker for Steelbook, so I bought this. The end sequence in this, I was blown away by it. It just looked freaking awesome. And the rest of the movie is really good too. I love the blind guy in this movie. He's probably my favorite character in the whole movie. Like this movie. Plus the robot, the Imperial droid. He was hilarious. Good movie. Avatar. Not the best movie on the planet. In theaters, it was amazing in 3D. When you watch it at home, you're like, what was I watching in the theater? Because this movie's kind of boring. I mean, it's basically the flagship 3D movie. It looks amazing in 3D, but the story and the length of the movie, it just kind of droned on. In the theater, it was pretty cool, but anywhere else, small screen, too much of the negatives kind of pop out at you. I actually bought the original Avatar on the original Blu Ray without the 3D because in order to buy this when it was first released, you had to buy a Panasonic TV, a 3D TV. I didn't have a Panasonic TV and I had already bought a Sony 3D TV, so basically I don't know how long it was, but I think it was like 2 years or something after the original 3D Blu-ray was released before the general public could buy the 3D copy of it. But yeah, that was kind of some of the bullcrap that I'm sure turned off people from wanting 3D in the first place. The manufacturers of 3D and stuff didn't do a very good job to promote the technology. They basically just told the consumer, hey man, if you want 3D, you gotta pay up the wazoo for it. Good in 3D, otherwise, meh. It's meh. You can hate me if you want to. Come at me, brah. X-Men, Days of Futures Past in 3D. Love this movie. It's the best X-Men movie so far. Wolverine's role in it was really funny and awesome. They introduced Quicksilver in this one. By far, in both Apocalypse and this one, my favorite part of the entire movie. I could have watched that for like 20 minutes. But yeah, good movie. I have Chicken McNuggets. I have iRobot. I have the regular Blu-ray of this because this didn't come out until like years after the movie was released. They did a pretty good job on it in 3D. It looks cool. Good movie without 3D. Life of Pi. Kind of hard to understand because of the language barrier in the movie, but freaking beautiful movie. It was shot just amazing. The colors and everything going on, they somehow made a dude on a boat seem really interesting. and the weird stuff that happened. Freaking amazing in 3D. Prometheus. I really like this movie. Some Nimrod in the theater decided he was gonna, laugh and do all sorts of weird crap during the movie. Pissed me off. But when I could actually pay attention to the movie, I really enjoyed it. And when it came out in 3D, picked it up. I like this movie. And it was only $15 in 3D, so I bought it. Okay, now to my Warner Brothers 3D movies. For starters, yeah, there we go. The Hobbit movies in 3D. I don't care if you people didn't like these movies. They were good movies! No, they weren't, Andrew.
Yes, they were! Shut up!
Gravity in 3D. Watch this in IMAX. Freaking one of the best 3D movies I've ever seen. Like, it blew me away in the theaters. Good movie. And I have Deathly Hallows 1 and 2 in 3D. I saw this in the theater. I hadn't really watched any of them until the 7th one was being released. They released this in 3D, and we went and watched this one in 3D in the theaters. And they're my two favorite ones out of all of them, so they're the only ones I have. And if you're not big into Harry Potter, they're probably the two best ones, in my opinion. So I have both of those in 3D. Mad Max Fury Road. Awesome movie. I was watching it win Oscars, and I went and saw it with my brother in a D-Box theater. That was freaking awesome. It was the first time I had ever been in D-Box, and probably the best movie you could possibly start out on in D-Box, because it's just non-stop moving around and stuff like that. If you don't know what D-Box is, it's basically seats in the theater that move, and they have speakers inside the seat, so you feel everything and it's moving around. We went and saw Jurassic Park in D-Box, and it wasn't as good. There's, the panning was too smooth and stuff like that. But this movie, freaking incredible, just non-stop awesome. Godzilla! Eric didn't like this movie so much. Godzilla wasn't on there very much, and it was kind of a dark type of movie. I liked it. I saw it in the theaters. Yeah, there's not a lot of Godzilla in it, but I don't know. What was there was super spectacular, and it looks really good in 3D. So, I'll tell you what movie Eric did like, though. The best movie of 2013. Pacific Rim. Saw this in IMAX. I was blown away by the movie. It was awesome. I had been waiting for it ever since it was announced a year before this. And it failed here in the States as far as the box office was concerned, which pissed me off because it's freaking awesome. And I kind of really don't like critics because they basically shy people away from movies that are actually really good. Valerian is a great example of that. But people aren't going to see it because it's getting terrible reviews and stuff like that. I mean, it's not super terrible. It's not like Transformers terrible. Still, people just, it's a new kind of story and the characters are unknown. The premise is kind of unknown. I mean, it's giant robots fighting kaiju, but as far as the general audience is concerned, there's nothing to relate to. So that's kind of also
kind of a problem. Kind of also, kind of.
Anyways, freaking awesome movie. If you haven't watched it, give it a try. turn your brain off for a couple of hours because it is giant robots fighting giant monsters. And it's awesome. I have to watch this movie at least, once a month or so because it's just blows me away every time. Hopefully the sequel is not bad. John Boyega's in it. So hopefully it's good. It's not directed by Benicio del Toro. Is that his name? Guillermo del Toro. It's not directed by Guillermo del Toro. Hopefully it's alright. Awesome movie. Go watch it. Even if it's not in 3D, it's freaking awesome. The Wizard of Oz. This movie's amazing. Anyways, and in Blu-ray, if you just have a Blu-ray, this movie was made in 1939, and it looks incredible today. Even today. The special effects and just everything, it just looks really good. And the 3D did a lot for the movie, so really good movie. Now on to my kind of random collection of movies I don't have a lot of. First off, Sony. I have The Amazing Spider. I can't even keep these straight because there's been so many reboots and other versions of the movie.
This is amazing. The Amazing Spider-Man.
It was alright. Not a big fan of this reboot. This one was okay, but the second one was kind of meh to me. It fizzled out pretty quickly. The original trilogy with who'd I like those movies. Haven't seen the new Spider-Man yet. Just seems like another Avengers movie or Iron Man movie basically, but I'll probably see it eventually. Good movie. I also have this. So, yeah, I have this. And the crowd is just booing me right now. All, 0.5 of you that are watching. Sure, there's 0.5 of a person there, sitting there one arm, slamming down on the ground and, one eye, it's terrible! So, I flip-flopped a lot on this movie. Didn't mean to. Originally, I was following the crowd of angry internet people and being like, I'm not gonna go see it. I'm not gonna give those bastards my money. So, the closer the movie came to launching, the more curious I became. The day it launched, I was like, I'm gonna go watch it. I went alone. Because who in the hell right mind would want to go with me to watch this? Watched it, was perplexed and confused by the movie. When I think of the original, I think of how natural the humor was in it and how good the writing was. 4 guys that really, you would think this is how it would be if it was real. This, they just kind of threw all realistic ideas of humor and stuff out the window and turned it into a slapstick comedy. After watching it, I couldn't even decide whether I liked it or not. And I still can't. Watching it, I just think, what the hell is going on? And why is Chris Hemsworth a complete and utter moron? How did he go into the audition and think, yeah, this is a great idea. I'm going to play this character who wears glasses with no plastic in them. And stuff like that. It's just weird. And he names his dog Mike Cat. So after I watched it, I was pretty convinced I wasn't going to buy the movie. And then this little bugger popped up. So I've been buying 4K Blu-rays also. I don't have a 4K TV or a 4K Blu-ray player yet. Who knows if that's ever going to happen, but if it ever does, I have a few movies. The reason I bought this was it was 4K and then 3D Blu-ray. All in the same thing. I paid $26 for this. When I saw it,
I was like, oh
So I bought it. I don't really watch it too much. But hey, it's 4K and it's 3D Blu Ray. Right? It's a good reason to own it, right? I have Jurassic World. Good movie. Saw it in the theater. Love Chris Pratt. And it's Jurassic Park in 3D. It's awesome. I have Dredd in 3D. Not my favorite. I like the Stallone Judge Dredd back in the day better, but still a good movie. I have Final Destination. I think this is 4, and it's not a 3D Blu-ray, really, per se. It uses the red and blue 3D glasses.
Woo! It's 3D, man! Like acid 3D.
Yeah, it kind of was a universal way for people to watch 3D movies, but it looks awful, and it's kind of an awful movie also. I have Final Destination 5 in 3D. Pretty, it's the height of the gimmicky 3D where stuff is flying at you and popping out of the screen like that, but, Final Destination movies, they are what they are. I like them. What about that?
This is part 2. Stay tuned for part 3 coming soon. Thanks for watching, and as always, please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this.